it's your hypnotist Lauren here to talk about hypnosis and keep that vibration up. And yeah, blooper, blooper roll. No, here to say hello. Why am I here? I don't know. You tell me. Why am I here? What am I doing here? Take two. Hey, it's your hypnotist Lauren here to say hello and keep that vibration up and talk to you about some hypnosis stuff. Today I want to talk about breaking the patterns of anxiety. Anxiety is on rampant, and I will say we were in an anxiety epidemic even before this pandemic. So a lot of people are feeling like, oh, COVID and isolation, and this is why anxiety is so severe. It has been severe. There are so many people who identify themselves as having anxiety, and they feel like it's something maybe that's going on in their brain against their will. It's for sure against their want. Nobody wants anxiety, but I'm not here as a doctor or a licensed therapist or something trying to discredit anything that anyone has told you before about why your brain has anxiety. But what I understand about the brain is that it's all theoretical. We still don't understand what's happening in there. The brain doesn't understand itself, just like the eyes don't see themselves. So if it's theoretical and the chemical imbalances theory is theoretical, which means it's the idea until something comes along to prove it wrong. Now, I don't have this thing that I wish I could have that could prove it wrong, but I can say that I have worked with people who have anxiety or are anxious or etc. Of course, if they're diagnosed, I'm not working with their anxiety because I'm not licensed. I'm working with their symptoms, and we change their symptoms. I am not curing or treating or diagnosing. I guess I'm just giving all of this sort of disclaimer to confess I'm not working outside of any scope of my training or licensing. I'm helping people to change their hypnotic story. And if in their story they're a character who has anxiety and they want to change the way that them as this character interacts with their daily life, meaning they no longer consider themselves anxious and they no longer are triggered or have anxiety attacks or driving anxiety, which is massive, and they can't go over bridges or they can't get on highways or they can't be, driving past dark, whatever it is that their story is they want to change. As a hypnotist, I'm helping them to change their story. So let's talk about that, changing the story of anxiety. You do not need to understand nor believe anything that I am saying. If you are watching this video, though, I'm going to take this opportunity to broaden the definition of anxiety, because anxiety is just a word. You know, if you have anxiety, how it is that you're feeling when you are using that word, but other people that use that word anxiety are likely feeling different things. So the two of you have anxiety, right? Or the millions that are out there struggling with anxiety. You all have anxiety. Man, as a hypnotist, I have to be cautious of what I'm saying. You all identify as having anxiety. You don't have anxiety. What you have is an opportunity, and that's where we're getting. So you feel like you have this association to anxiety. What is it exactly? Is it a lump in the stomach? Is it a burden on your shoulder? Is it a luminous cloud in the corner? Bring it into the real time now, because in the real time now is where you want the solution to be. You don't want the solution in the future, because in the real time now, where's the future? It's later, it's out there, it's so intangible. Your body is dealing, it's struggling, it's fighting or fleeing from this real time problem, but the solution isn't here. So this is where we want to get associated to how anxiety is for you. Now, a lot of people feel like anxiety is in the chest or it's in the gut, it's in the head. I mean, right? It's all over and in the body. And of course, for sure, there's stories that everybody has about why they're anxious or how long they've been anxious or how they can't even picture themselves without the anxiety. So first, getting some context so that we can collapse those problem states, help people to feel empowered, right? We don't have to change the story all at once. If we can make a 1% improvement, and often the improvement just comes in through awareness. If we can make that 1% shift, bringing the awareness in, you no longer feel like you have anxiety, you feel like you have emotions, and one of those emotions is anxiety. One of those emotions, especially if you're still watching this video, might be confusion. I hope not boredom. That would be my least favorite emotion to give you. If I've given you anxiety because of this video, then luckily I've got some other videos that are guided imagery, and the intent for those is all about relaxation. My intent for this video is to deliver information, and sometimes information stretches our brain. But this is what we want. We want to learn something new, some new concept about anxiety, because most people are out there talking about anxiety either as something that you have or something that you need to manage. And I love some of the management techniques for anxiety, right? They're a lot of fun and they feel really good. I love breathing. I love breathing exercises. I love visualization. I love yoga. I love going for walks. I love scream therapy. I love all of that management, but I don't love somebody feeling like they now have to do these practices every day for the rest of their life just so that they don't have anxiety. So what I really, really, really love the most is hypnosis, and how hypnosis is an opportunity to change the story, to take out that word anxiety, or if it's going to be in there at all, let it be a word in the past, right? You, this character of your movie, your life, used to have anxiety, and then you used hypnosis, and the anxiety was gone, and it never showed up again. And I know that sounds mystical or magical, or maybe something that you really, really want if you tried a lot of things that maybe made that same promise. Maybe you've even worked with a hypnotist before. So let me disclaim some of this. Hypnosis, although very credible as a sort of magical, but more just because it's mystical process, doesn't always make the effect instantly. There is instant shift, but it could just be that 1%. And then you get another 1%. Not like you need 100 sessions to do that. But I'm meaning that the subconscious, now that it has this awareness, it starts on its own to metabolize the bits of its story that it doesn't want. Because I will tell you, if you have been an anxious person, somewhere in your psychology, I'm not analyzing or judging your story, but somewhere in there, your subconscious believed that the anxiety was a better feeling than the other feeling, right? The fear of the unknown. We are biologically programmed to fear the unknown. It becomes more comfortable to be in this agony, to be paralyzed in the anxiety than the bad, potentially even worse unknown. So you can get some incremental change, and this is where hypnosis, although quick, may not always be instantly as far as a one and done sort of thing, but definitely it's a less than 10. There was a report published in the 90s that said 6 hypnosis sessions were more effective than hundreds of sessions of so many other types of processes. I am not here, my intent of my channel is to in no way promote false information or to put down any other service at all. If you have services that work for you and that you like and etc., do them. That is what my channel is about. It is about empowerment and just to bring some new perspective to this hypnosis stuff in a very positive light, because it is very ancient. We are already doing it in our brain, and there's no negative side effect nor placebo. It's not a religion, and it's certainly not anything that you couldn't experience if you didn't want to. If you did want to, I don't know. I built that one up with so many words that I don't even know how I was going to say it. Luckily, as a hypnotist, I get this permission to be pretty sort of chill or playful with my words, because I am using words to create pictures, and I hope that with this video, my picture of hypnosis was that it is a viable option for anxiety, and you should consider it if you are wanting to change that story. So thank you so much for letting me talk about hypnosis and share my passion for it, and for sure, happy to answer all the questions, make more videos for any sort of goals you might consider. Can hypnosis work with that? Because hypnosis can do anything that the mind can do, and the mind is doing everything for the biology, so literally, psychologically or physiologically. And I've seen some really amazing things in the clients that I've worked with, thousands of clients, changing their story, which sends out ripples into the cosmos, their life, time and space even. You know, it's definitely a rabbit hole that I'm in, and I'm walking that center line when I go to these conventions of talking to the neuroscientists and talking to the psychics. And I just find it all so fascinating. I just find all of it so fascinating, because it does not matter what language you are using. What matters is where you feel you are right now, and I want you to feel good. So thanks again, guys, so much. I'll be back soon. Take care. Bye.